What is up, lads? It is the Midnight Kid, and welcome back to the channel. PES 2020 kicking off with a bang with some brand new eFootball PES 2020 gameplay coming directly from the Manchester United event, the partner event, which huge thanks to everybody involved for making that happen. It was a once in a lifetime thing. In this episode, it is going to be a two-parter. So the first part that you're watching now is going to be on this channel here, obviously. The second part is going to be on Seppo's or PESEP's channel, the second half of this match. So make sure and check it out. I think in the second half there's an unreal goal scored by the AI as well. So in this one, I am teamed up with Seppo playing some co-op in PES 2020. We are playing as the Legends and the AI are playing as Manchester United. And it's on Superstar difficulty. And yeah, I mean, I just want to give my general consensus on it, my thoughts on it, my opinions on it. I'm not going to go into a too in-depth breakdown of it. I will do that again. But as I said, Seppo will have the conclusion of this episode on his channel. So make sure you check it out, and I hope you enjoy it. So just a couple of things I probably want to get into for the co-op aspect of it this year. The biggest thing I wanted to look at with the co-op and why me and Seppo decided to do a match here was for the pace. Because when I played the game in E3, and it's kind of unfair for me to compare this build to E3, because in E3 I played about 20 hours. In this Manchester United event I played about 2 hours. So you're talking about 10 times more hands-on time with the game in E3 when I'm sitting down, being able to play it, being able to test a lot of things with a lot of different teams. There was only two teams in this demo. There was the Legends and there was Manchester United. So there wasn't as much variation. There wasn't as many things to test out. I mean, there wasn't an out-and-out absolute rocket-fast player in this demo. Whereas in the demo at E3 you had Auba, you had Mbappe, you had Griezmann, who's pretty quick. You had some really nice players like that. Now, we were just testing out, before anyone kills us in the comments, we were just testing out some things. I wanted to check out the pace, and Sepp wanted to check out to see how direct the AI were on Superstar difficulty. Because infamously last year, of course, when the game was released with PES 2019, the AI could be straight through on goal and they would turn back and just try and pass it across the side of the goal. Even if they had an open goal, it was just kind of a thing. But as you can see from these two goals, like, so direct, one pass into the back of the net, bang, no hesitation with the shot, opens up his body so he doesn't miss kick it. And that's what I like to see. If I'm going to be sitting down to play a Master League, I want to be absolutely punished for stupid mistakes, for bum rushing, like I am rushing on online. When you do rush like that, you do get punished by leaving gaps. And obviously we haven't played online, and this is all going to be like the big test, the big litmus test for PES 2020 when it does launch. You know, how online is going to handle. So me and Sepp wanted to replicate the pace of me and him playing against, you know, three Superstar AIs. Just a cracking shot from Sepp with Totti, but it unfortunately goes on the wrong side of the post and spins out. We wanted to check the pace, we wanted to check how the AI were. So in terms of the AI, I think you've kind of seen there, attacking wise, they seem to be a lot more direct. They seem to have a way better awareness of where the ball is, where their teammates are. You know, when they're in certain areas of the pitch, they just put their laces through it and crack it. They don't hesitate. They're not thinking, okay, I'm going to pass it across, or I'm going to look for a low cross in, which was such an annoyance in PES 2019. Defensively, yeah, they do still need work. I mean, the defensive AI, especially when they hold their positions and their overall general awareness, it has improved. Now, if you go into the tactics and you meddle around with the tactics a little bit, there is more variation in the advanced tactics and the way that you can set your team up this year. It's pretty similar to PES 2019, but there is a couple of variations there, such as anchoring and stuff, which is pretty much any player that you put anchoring on, he stays in his position. He just does not move. So you're not going to have a bombarding left back fly up the wing. But in terms of the actual shape and that, it has improved since PES 2019. But being brutally honest, it still needs a little bit of TLC before launch. It needs to be a little bit fine-tuned and just kind of so that the players are like really punishing you when you make a mistake, or you're really able to punish the AI when they're more interested in chasing the space or chasing to get back into their position, rather than, okay, the ball is like 3 feet away from me, I can make this. But instead the AI is like, okay, we're going to switch it off to the other player and he's going to try intercept it. So, you know, it's it's going to be hard to do that, even if it was a new engine or whatever. It's going to be hard to replicate, human thought. That's the biggest challenge that any game has, is to how a human would react, because a human isn't going to react the same every possession, or a human defender. Now, what about that for a goal? And this is why I've played over 12 or 1300 games in PES 29's co-op online last year. It's just when it flows, and when you start, passing a few balls around, and you absolutely rip apart and open up the defence with a lovely ball in there from Sepp, header down from me, and then it's in the back of the net. And that's what I think when PES is at its best, is when you're able to kind of sit back, you're not being rushed all the time, and you can control the pace and pick where you want, to pass the ball and stuff. And I think that PES 2020, it succeeds in doing that. It lets you play, it lets you do things the way that you want to do them, and it actually rewards you a lot better than PES 2019. Again, you can just see the new kind of physics there, just absolutely pushing him off. Beautiful little ball up the top, but it doesn't fall, and then it does, and then it's in the back of the net. Now again, that is something that I will be going into, because that is a slight concern for me with those through balls. They're notoriously hard to defend, especially online, and I will be going into that in depth in my breakdown video. But again, it's 2-2. We've had a fairly good match here. The second half explodes into action as well, with an unbelievable superstar AI goal from Paul Pogba, I think it is. That just kind of shows how direct the AI are. And again, you can see there, they're constantly probing, constantly looking for the most direct route, but they also play into their player ID, and they'll pass the ball around. If it's not, if it's not going to work from, they'll recycle the ball. But if they have a chance to put the ball into a really dangerous position, they'll do it. If they have a chance to shoot one-on-one, they'll do it. So yeah, the defensive AI, just to summarise it up and just to conclude here, the defensive AI, I think it still needs a little bit of work. The attacking AI and the directness and the awareness of the players, where the ball needs to go, where they actually shoot and when they shoot, it's far superior to PES 2019. Couple of concerns I'll get into in the second half of this video, or the second video that I upload. But yeah, that is it for my first episode of PES 2020 content from Manchester. I'm going to be going into a couple of different videos. Make sure you subscribe and like. I will be back this year doing some epic content as well on Master League. It's been too long, boys. I've missed you all. So yeah, Seppo will be up next with the second parter to this. I'll link it in the description below. Hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, get in touch in the comments below. I'll add them to the gameplay impressions breakdown that I'm going to be doing on PESUniverse.com. Until next time, peace.